There's a unique joy, a special kind of magic in stepping outside, even if it's just a few steps from your living room. It's about connecting with nature, even in the smallest of ways. To harvest your own herbs, the fragrant basil and mint or sun-ripened vegetables, juicy tomatoes and crisp lettuce, all grown with your own hands. And the best part? You can do it even from a tiny patio or balcony. No sprawling acres required. You don't need a sprawling garden, the kind that requires hours of weeding and tilling, to experience the satisfaction of growing your own food. All it takes is just a few pots, some good soil, and a bit of sunlight. A sunny corner is all you need to start your container garden journey. Small spaces can be surprisingly productive, bursting with life and flavor. You'll be amazed at how much you can grow in a limited area. And container gardening lets you focus your care and attention, giving each plant the individual love it needs to thrive. It's a more intimate way to garden. A balcony can become a vertical oasis, a green wall teeming with life, bringing nature right to your doorstep. Even a doorstep can transform into a mini herb garden, offering fresh flavors just steps away from your kitchen. And a window box, overflowing with lettuce and greens, becomes a source of fresh salad leaves, adding a touch of homegrown goodness to your meals. The key is to see the potential in what you have, to envision the possibilities that lie within your small space. Focus on what you do, not what you lack. Embrace the limitations and find creative solutions. Tending to your plants, even briefly each day, just a few minutes of watering and checking in, is a mindful, grounding ritual, a moment of peace and connection in the midst of a busy day. Watching seeds sprout and grow, witnessing the miracle of life unfold before your eyes, is deeply rewarding and teaches patience and resilience, reminding us of the slow, steady rhythm of nature. Gardening is a craft learned by doing, a skill honed through observation and experimentation. It's not about innate skill or a green thumb, but about a willingness to learn and adapt. All you need is a willingness to try, to get your hands dirty, and to embrace the learning process. Your own harvest, however small, even if it's just a handful of herbs or a single tomato, is waiting for you, a testament to your efforts and a delicious reward for your patience. When starting out, it's tempting to grow everything, but restraint is key. Pick 2 or 3 easy, productive plants for your first season, like bush tomatoes, cut-and-come-again lettuces, or spinach. Bush tomatoes such as Tumbling Tom thrive in pots and deliver sweet fruit with little fuss. Leafy greens like lettuce, rocket, and Swiss chard are quick, rewarding, and don't need much sun. Chilies and herbs are also perfect for containers. Mint, basil, and rosemary will transform your cooking. Start small, learn your plant's rhythms, and expand as your confidence grows. The aroma of fresh herbs and the taste of homegrown produce are some of gardening's purest pleasures. The right container is absolutely crucial. It's the foundation upon which your entire container garden is built. Think of it as choosing the perfect home for your plants, a place where they can comfortably settle in and flourish. Always choose pots with drainage holes. This is non-negotiable. Proper drainage is essential to prevent root rot, a common killer of container plants. Without drainage, waterlogged soil suffocates the roots, leading to disease and ultimately, plant death. Think of those holes as tiny lifesavers for your green companions. If your favorite pot lacks drainage holes, don't despair. You can still use it as a decorative cover. Simply place a functional plastic pot drainage holes inside the decorative one. This double potting technique gives you the aesthetic you desire without compromising the health of your plants. It's a win-win. Generally speaking, bigger pots are better. They hold significantly more moisture, which means less frequent watering for you, and they give the roots ample room to grow and spread out. A larger root system translates to a healthier, more robust plant overall. Think of it as upgrading from a small apartment to a spacious house for your plant's roots. For sun-loving fruiting plants like tomatoes or chilies, use pots that are at least 30 centimeters wide and deep. These plants have extensive root systems and need plenty of space to thrive and produce a bountiful harvest. But for salad leaves and herbs, a roomy trough or even a window box works perfectly well. These shallower-rooted plants don't require as much depth and will happily flourish in a more compact space. Terracotta pots are a classic choice, offering a beautiful, rustic aesthetic. However, keep in mind that they are porous and tend to dry out quickly, especially in hot weather. On the other hand, plastic pots are excellent at retaining moisture, reducing the need for frequent watering. They are also lightweight, making them easier to move around your garden or balcony. Fabric grow bags are another fantastic option. They are breathable, which promotes excellent root aeration and prevents the roots from becoming pot-bound. This leads to healthier, stronger plants. However, because they are so breathable, fabric grow bags also tend to dry out relatively fast. So it's crucial to monitor the soil moisture regularly and adjust your watering schedule accordingly. Ultimately, choose containers that suit your available space, complement your personal style, and most importantly, prioritize the overall health and well-being of your plants. Remember, good drainage and an adequately sized container are absolutely non-negotiable for a successful and thriving container garden. These are the fundamental building blocks for healthy plant growth. Don't be afraid to experiment with different materials and container types to discover what works best for your specific plants, your local climate, and your individual gardening style. Selecting the right pot is more than just aesthetics. It sets the stage for a thriving and productive mini garden, bringing beauty and fresh produce right to your doorstep. Good soil is the foundation of healthy container plants. Never use garden soil in pots. It's too dense and can harbor pests. Use a quality peat-free potting mix designed for containers. Enhance it by mixing in grit, perlite, or compost for better drainage and structure. Sunlight is your plant's fuel. Most vegetables need at least 6–8 hours of direct sun daily. Observe your space to find the sunniest spot for your pots. South-facing areas are ideal, but east or west can work too. Leafy greens tolerate less sun and even appreciate some afternoon shade. Use wall planters or shelves to maximize limited sunny space. The right soil and sunlight make all the difference. With the right pot selected, quality compost, and healthy seedlings ready and waiting, it's finally time to plant your seedlings. Water the seedlings well in their original pots about an hour before transplanting them to help reduce transplant shock and stress. Place stones or broken crocks over the drainage holes to prevent the holes from clogging with soil. Fill the pots about 2/3 full with potting mix, keeping the mix light, loose, and airy. Make a small well in the soil for the seedling. Then gently remove the seedling from its original pot and carefully set it into place in the new pot. Gently fill in around the root ball with more mix, leaving a small gap below the rim to allow for easy watering. Firm the soil lightly with your fingers and water thoroughly to help settle the roots in their new home. Handle your young plants with care and gently, always avoiding any pressure on the delicate stem. A careful and gentle start helps your plants thrive right from day one. Watering is arguably your most important daily task when it comes to container gardening. It's the lifeblood of your plants, and consistency is absolutely key to their success. Think of it as setting a rhythm for your garden, a steady pulse that keeps everything thriving. The best way to know when to water is to get your hands dirty. Use your finger to check if the soil is dry. Don't just look at the surface. Dig in a little. Push your finger about an inch below the surface before watering. If it feels dry to the touch, it's time to give your plants a drink. This ensures you're not just wetting the top layer, but actually reaching the roots. When you do water, water deeply. Don't just give a little sprinkle. Saturate the soil until water runs freely from the drainage holes. This ensures the entire root system is hydrated. Avoid shallow watering at all costs. This encourages weak surface-level roots, making your plants more vulnerable to drought and less able to absorb nutrients. Timing is also important. Water in the morning or evening to minimize evaporation, especially during hot summer months. This allows the plants to absorb the moisture before the sun can steal it away. For particularly thirsty pots, or if you're going away for a day or two, try bottom watering. It's a great way to ensure consistent moisture. Simply achieve this by standing them in a tray of water for about half an hour, allowing the soil to soak up moisture from below. This is especially effective for terracotta pots, which tend to dry out quickly. After your plants have been growing for about a month, it's time to start feeding them. Container plants rely on you to provide the nutrients they need. For leafy greens like lettuce and spinach, they need a nitrogen-rich liquid feed to promote lush foliage growth. Fruiting plants like tomatoes, peppers, and cucumbers need a high potassium feed once fruits begin to form. This encourages abundant and flavorful harvests. Always follow dilution instructions carefully. Overfeeding can actually harm the roots and do more damage than good. It's better to underfeed than overfeed. Remember to adjust your watering frequency based on the weather. Hot weather and porous pots like terracotta will require more frequent watering. Healthy, well-fed plants are not only more productive, yielding bigger and better harvests, but they're also more resilient to pests and diseases. Master the art of watering and feeding, and your container garden will not only flourish, but will reward you with an abundance of fresh, homegrown goodness. As plants grow, support them with bamboo canes and soft ties to prevent breakage. Prune lower leaves on tomatoes to improve airflow and direct energy to fruit. Watch for yellowing or droopy leaves; these signal nutrient or water issues. Don't panic over minor problems. Learning is part of gardening. Adjust care as needed. Water for droopy leaves, feed for yellowing new growth. Celebrate every harvest, no matter how small. A handful of salad or a single tomato is a triumph. Gardening is about participation, not perfection. Enjoy the quiet moments of care and the unmatched flavor of homegrown food. Get your hands dirty, savor the process, and watch your patio potager thrive. The journey is as rewarding as the harvest itself.